Thinking about leaving Seattle? You are not alone. Between the endless gray skies, the traffic jams that test your patience, and the jaw-dropping housing prices, plenty of folks are looking to swap the hustle of the Emerald City for something a little more peaceful, a little more affordable, and a whole lot more fun. The good news is that the Pacific Northwest is packed with incredible retirement destinations where you can stretch your dollar further, soak up more sunshine, and actually enjoy the life you worked so hard to build. In this countdown, we are exploring the top 10 retirement cities in the Pacific Northwest that are drawing people out of Seattle in droves. From charming seaside towns where you can breathe in the salty air every morning, to sunny mountain getaways where outdoor adventure is just outside your door, these places combine affordability, healthcare access, and quality of life in ways that make retiring feel like a true upgrade. We are not just talking about saving money, though that is a big perk. We are talking about gaining community, natural beauty, and the kind of lifestyle that puts a smile on your face every day. Whether you are dreaming of lavender fields, lakeside strolls, or mountain views that make you pinch yourself, this list has something for every retiree. So grab your coffee, settle in, and get ready to imagine what your next chapter could look like. And hey, before we dive into the countdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. That way you will never miss out on the best places to live, retire, and explore across America. Now let's get started with number 10. 10. Port Townsend, Washington. If you are looking for a retirement spot that blends charm, scenery, and a healthy dose of sea air, Port Townsend is a hidden gem worth your attention. This little Victorian seaport sits on the northeastern tip of the Olympic Peninsula and has all the storybook qualities you could imagine. With a population of just over 10,000, it feels more like a cozy village than a bustling city. Yet the town has a surprisingly vibrant community of artists, musicians, and outdoor enthusiasts. Nearly 40% of Port Townsend's residents are 65 or older, which means you will not be the only one swapping a morning commute for a stroll by the marina. The real estate market here reflects its popularity. The median home price is about $613,000, which might sound steep, but compared to Seattle's sky-high averages, it is actually a reasonable entry point into coastal living with a lot more charm per square foot. What makes it such a great deal is that you are buying into a lifestyle as much as a house. Imagine sipping coffee in a restored Victorian, walking to the farmer's market on a Saturday, or heading out on a boat into Puget Sound on a sunny day. Healthcare access is strong for a town its size, with Jefferson Healthcare Medical Center offering services right in town. Combine that with the Olympic National Park practically in your backyard and the mild maritime climate keeping winters manageable, and you have a formula that is hard to beat. For retirees leaving the stress and traffic of Seattle, Port Townsend is like taking a deep breath and realizing that the slower pace you dreamed of is not only possible but waiting for you with open arms and ocean breezes. 9. Sandpoint, Idaho. Picture a sparkling blue lake surrounded by rugged mountains, a charming downtown full of boutique shops, and a ski resort practically in your backyard. That is Sandpoint, Idaho, and it is quickly becoming one of the most attractive retirement havens in the Pacific Northwest. With a population of about 10,000, it is small enough to feel close-knit yet lively enough to keep boredom at bay. At the heart of Sandpoint is Lake Pend Idaho's largest lake, stretching more than 40 miles long. Retirees who swap traffic jams for paddleboards and fishing boats will feel right at home here. The town's median home value sits around $450,000, which is significantly less than Seattle's sky-high real estate scene. For those looking to cash out of a pricey home in the city, Sandpoint offers the chance to downsize expenses without downsizing lifestyle. The town also has a strong sense of safety and community. Crime rates are far below urban averages, and the walkable downtown is filled with coffee shops, art galleries, and local restaurants. Add in Schweitzer Mountain Resort, just a quick drive away, offering world-class skiing and summer hiking, and it is like having a four-season playground right outside your door. Healthcare access is solid for a small town, with Bonner General Health serving residents and a growing number of specialty clinics nearby. Plus, Idaho's tax climate is retiree-friendly, with relatively low property taxes and Social Security income excluded from state tax. When you blend affordability, community spirit, and natural beauty, Sandpoint feels like a postcard-perfect step down from the big city grind. For retirees leaving Seattle, it is the perfect mix of mountain adventure and lakefront serenity. 8. Wenatchee, Washington. If you love sunshine, fruit orchards, and a strong sense of community, Wenatchee just might be your retirement jackpot. Nestled along the Columbia River in central Washington, this city of about 35,000 people is known as the Apple Capital of the world. Imagine trading Seattle's gray skies for over 300 sunny days each year. That is right, Wenatchee gets nearly triple the sunshine of the Emerald City, which makes it a dream for retirees who want to stay active outdoors. The affordability is another huge hook. The median home price in Wenatchee sits around $455,000, which feels refreshingly reasonable compared to Seattle's median that soars well above $800,000. Selling in Seattle and buying in Wenatchee often means retirees can pocket a nice nest egg while still upgrading to a home with more space or even river views. Nearly 18% of Wenatchee's population is 65 or older, so you will have plenty of company in your retirement adventures. What sets Wenatchee apart is its unbeatable combination of small-town warmth and big-time amenities. The city has excellent health care, including Confluence Health, which is one of the top medical providers in the region. The downtown is walkable and buzzing with restaurants, breweries, and local shops, while the Apple Blossom Festival adds a dash of charm every spring. For the outdoorsy retiree, the Wenatchee Riverfront Trail, nearby Mission Ridge Ski Area, and hiking access into the Cascades make every season an opportunity to play. Leaving Seattle can feel like a big leap, but Wenatchee makes it easy. You are still close enough to the west side for family visits, yet far enough away to enjoy peace, sunshine, and affordability. It is a place where you can breathe easier, both financially and literally, thanks to that crisp, dry air rolling off the Columbia. 7. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. If you are ready to trade Seattle's rain for a resort-style lake town, Coeur d'Alene might feel like a retirement fantasy come true. Tucked into the northern Rockies, this city of just over 55,000 people is perched on the sparkling blue waters of Lake Coeur d'Alene, which stretches for more than 20 miles. It is the kind of place where your morning walk could be along a lakeside boardwalk with mountain views, and your afternoon could be spent boating, fishing, or just sitting on the dock watching bald eagles swoop overhead. The affordability is another reason retirees are flocking here. The median property value hovers around $451,000, which is considerably less than Seattle's dizzying home prices. That means you can often sell a modest Seattle home and buy something with more space, better views, and still have money left over for adventures. Plus, Idaho is known for its retiree-friendly tax climate, with relatively low property taxes and no taxation on Social Security benefits. What makes Coeur d'Alene especially appealing is that it is not just a pretty postcard. The city has excellent healthcare facilities, including Kootenai Health, which is a regional medical hub. The downtown buzzes with restaurants, art galleries, and festivals, so you will never feel cut off from culture. And for those who love the outdoors, the options are endless. Skiing at Silver Mountain or Schweitzer, hiking Tubbs Hill, or golfing on one of the area's many courses, including the world-famous Floating Green at Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Course. For Seattle retirees who want to leave behind endless traffic and cloudy skies, Coeur d'Alene offers a fresh start with lake breezes, mountain air, and a community that balances relaxation with adventure. It is like living in a vacation town all year round, except this time, you do not have to check out. 6. Bellingham, Washington. If you have ever dreamed of living in a place where you can sip coffee by the bay in the morning and hit the ski slopes by afternoon, Bellingham just might be your retirement paradise. Tucked into the upper corner of Washington near the Canadian border, this city of about 93,000 people manages to combine the energy of a college town with the laid-back charm of a seaside escape. Western Washington University gives the town a youthful spark, while retirees flock here for its unbeatable mix of culture, scenery, and affordability compared to Seattle. Let's talk numbers. The median home price in Bellingham is roughly $536,000, a far cry from Seattle's intimidating average that hovers well above $800,000. That difference alone can mean the freedom to downsize your mortgage or even snag a waterfront condo without draining your retirement savings. A significant portion of Bellingham's population is over the age of 55, so there is already a built-in community of retirees who have discovered its appeal. Healthcare access is excellent for a city its size, with Peace Health Street Joseph Medical Center providing a full range of services. You also get the perk of Washington's no state income tax, which stretches your retirement income further. Beyond the financial side, though, it is the lifestyle that makes Bellingham shine. You can wander through Fairhaven's historic district, kayak across Bellingham Bay, or head up to Mount Baker for world-class skiing and hiking. The town is also brimming with farmers markets, art galleries, and breweries, making it as lively as it is picturesque. For retirees leaving behind Seattle's traffic and congestion, Bellingham feels like a breath of fresh maritime air. It is close enough to visit family in the big city, yet far enough to truly relax. This is a place where retirement is not about slowing down, but about living with more joy, more nature, and more time for yourself. 5. Astoria, Oregon. If retirement to you means sea breezes, maritime history, and a view of massive ships gliding along the Columbia River, then Astoria deserves a top spot on your list. Perched at the very edge of Oregon, where the river meets the Pacific, Astoria has a rugged coastal charm that feels straight out of a movie. In fact, it is not just a feeling. Films like The Goonies and Kindergarten Cop were shot here, and the city still carries that quirky, cinematic vibe. Let's dive into the numbers. The median home value in Astoria is around $422,000, which is a bargain for a town offering waterfront living on the West Coast. When you compare that to Seattle's median home prices that stretch well over $800,000, you quickly realize how far your retirement dollars can go here. Oregon sweetens the deal with no sales tax, so whether you are buying groceries, furniture, or just a little treat at one of the local shops, you are already saving money compared to Washington. Astoria's population is a blend of retirees, artists, and families, creating a warm and eclectic community. The town has a thriving cultural scene with the Columbia River Maritime Museum, art galleries, and historic Victorian houses that give every walk a storybook quality. And if you are into the outdoors, you can spend mornings strolling the Riverwalk, afternoons fishing or crabbing, and evenings enjoying coastal sunsets that never get old. Healthcare access is solid with Columbia Memorial Hospital right in town and larger hospitals within reach in Portland if needed. All of this adds up to a lifestyle that is relaxed, scenic, and refreshingly affordable. For Seattle retirees, Astoria is like a secret coastal treasure, a place where your stress melts away with the tide and every day feels like a seaside getaway. 4. Spokane, Washington. If you think moving inland means giving up city life, Spokane is here to prove you wrong. This lively city of about 229,000 people sits on the Spokane River and blends affordability with amenities in a way that feels almost too good to be true. Retirees often describe it as the perfect balance between urban energy and small-town friendliness. And the cost savings? Well, that is the cherry on top. The median home price in Spokane is around $375,000, which is dramatically less than Seattle's median that soars above $800,000. For retirees cashing out of Seattle's market, this price difference can translate into a debt-free lifestyle or a hefty financial cushion for travel, hobbies, or even that RV you always dreamed about. The cost of living in Spokane is also roughly 4% below the national average, so everyday expenses feel a lot lighter compared to what you are used to in King County. Healthcare is another big win here. Spokane is home to multiple hospitals, including Providence Sacred Heart and Multicare Deaconess, giving retirees confidence that quality care is close by. You also get the benefit of Washington's no state income tax, which leaves more money in your pocket for enjoying retirement instead of handing it over to the government. And let's not forget the fun factor. Spokane is surrounded by lakes, mountains, and trails, offering everything from skiing at Mount Spokane to hiking along Riverside State Park. The city also has a thriving arts scene, a renovated riverfront park, and an ever-growing lineup of restaurants and breweries. For retirees leaving Seattle's congestion and high prices, Spokane feels like a fresh start where your money goes further, your days are sunnier, and adventure is always within arm's reach. 3. Sequim, Washington. I know, guys, we hear you. Fix the pronunciation for this. So, If you want retirement to feel like a permanent vacation in the sunshine, Sequim might just be your sweet spot. Tucked on the northern edge of the Olympic Peninsula, Sequim enjoys what locals call the blue hole effect. Thanks to the Olympic Mountains, the town sits in a rain shadow and gets far less rain than Seattle. Think barely 16 inches a year compared to Seattle's famous 40+. For retirees tired of soggy skies, Sequim's weather feels like a miracle in the Pacific Northwest. The town is small, with just over 8,000 residents, but here is the kicker. More than 37% of them are 65 or older. That means you will be in good company if you are looking for neighbors who are also living the good life post 9 to 5. The median home price in Sequim is about $553,000, which is significantly less than Seattle's average, and gives you the chance to stretch your retirement savings while still enjoying incredible natural beauty. Sequim is often called the lavender capital of North America, and it lives up to the name with vibrant purple fields blooming every summer. Pair that with the nearby Dungeness Spit, the longest natural sand spit in the country, and Olympic National Park just a short drive away, and your retirement days could be filled with beach walks, mountain hikes, and maybe even a little kayaking on the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Healthcare access is excellent for a town its size, with Olympic Medical Center serving residents and several specialty clinics nearby. The community is active, welcoming, and brimming with activities like art walks, farmers markets, and festivals. For retirees leaving Seattle's hustle, Sequim feels like trading gray skies for golden afternoons and swapping traffic jams for lavender fields. It is retirement with a splash of sunshine and a whole lot of charm. 2. Gig Harbor, Washington. If retirement to you means living in a postcard setting, Gig Harbor is hard to beat. Tucked along the shores of Puget Sound just across the bridge from Tacoma, this small city of around 12,000 people is nicknamed the gateway to the Olympic Peninsula. Picture a charming waterfront lined with boutique shops, cafes, and sailboats bobbing in the harbor, all framed by a jaw-dropping view of Mount Rainier. Yes, this is the kind of place where your morning walk looks like a glossy travel brochure. The numbers make it appealing too. Over 1 in 4 residents here are 65 or older, so retirees make up a big and visible part of the community. The healthcare access is top-notch, with Gig Harbor having one of the highest doctor-to-resident ratios in Washington. Combine that with the fact that Washington does not levy a state income tax, and you have a location where both your health and your wallet are in good hands. Gig Harbor is more than just pretty views, though. The local art scene is lively, the marinas are bustling, and the town hosts community festivals year-round. You can take your pick from sailing on Puget Sound, hiking in nearby state parks, or hopping a short drive to Olympic National Park for a day of outdoor adventure. The historic downtown is walkable and cozy, while larger amenities in Tacoma or Seattle are never too far away. For retirees leaving behind the chaos of Seattle, Gig Harbor offers serenity without isolation. It is a place where you can slow down, yet still feel connected to all the culture and convenience you want. With its blend of small-town charm, big-time beauty, and retiree-friendly numbers, Gig Harbor is proof that sometimes the best treasures really are hidden in plain sight. 1. Bend, Oregon. When people say retirement is your chance to live your best life, Bend is probably the place they had in mind. Sitting on the eastern edge of the Cascade Mountains, Bend has transformed from a sleepy lumber town into one of the most desirable destinations in the Pacific Northwest. With about 101,000 residents, it has just the right size to feel lively but not overwhelming. And with over 300 days of sunshine a year, it offers a high desert climate that makes Seattle's drizzle feel like a distant memory. The median home price here is about $646,000, which is definitely higher than some of the other cities on this list. But here is the trick. Many retirees moving from Seattle can sell a home there and still come out ahead financially, while upgrading their lifestyle in a big way. Bend delivers a lifestyle that feels like a permanent vacation. Imagine floating down the Deschutes River in summer, skiing at Mount Bachelor in winter, and hiking through volcanic landscapes in between. This is the kind of variety that keeps retirement exciting year-round. Bend also takes healthcare seriously, with St. Charles Medical Center serving as a major regional hospital. Add in Oregon's perk of no sales tax, and your daily expenses can feel a little lighter than you might expect. But what really makes Bend special is its community vibe. Breweries, art festivals, farmers markets, and a buzzing downtown make it easy to stay active and social. You will find plenty of other retirees who came for the scenery and stayed for the lifestyle. For anyone leaving Seattle, Bend offers the perfect mix of sunshine, outdoor adventure, and cultural flair. It is not just a place to retire, it is a place to thrive, play, and soak up every golden high desert day. And there you have it, 10 amazing cities in the Pacific Northwest where retiring feels less like slowing down and more like leveling up. Whether your dream is a cozy coastal town, a mountain escape, or a sunny spot with plenty of community, leaving Seattle does not mean giving up the good life. In fact, it might just mean finding the better life you have been waiting for. If you enjoyed this countdown and it gave you a little inspiration for your next chapter, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss our future videos. Drop a like if you found your dream town on this list, and tell us in the comments where you would love to retire. Thanks for watching, and here's to your retirement adventure, wherever it takes you.